Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm V.
And I'm Kiki.
Welcome to another episode of Bible Tea with V and
Kiki. So great to see you guys again.
Yes.
And today, first, I want to paint a scenario for you. Imagine you're driving, maybe park your car, you want to buy something, and then you see a man walk towards
No, you see your pastor.
You say, I'll try not to say your pastor.
No. We have to make. What is a prophet?
True.
You
And then you see your
pastor.
pastor stark naked coming towards you like, Sister Sheyi, thus said the Lord. Please, are you not going to first jar inside your car? And first call all the other leaders in the church like, hello, what's going on? And that was the case of Isaiah when God told him to go naked and wear sackcloth or something like that for 3 years. And my thing is this, like, first and foremost, I wish I could read Isaiah's mind when God told him that. As I'm sure it was just like, like, but he obeyed.
Oh no,
he obeyed.
I think those prophets of old were cut from a different cloth,
because the Bible doesn't even write about him, having a back and forth, with God. Like, no. He actually obeyed. And it just made me think, like, if God tells me to do do something so out of my realm of comfort, and
will I obey? Will I obey?
We like to think, no, I will
obey.
I say,
devil, get deep behind me.
Exactly.
I said, devil, get out. I cast you out in the name of Jesus. Because for you to tell me to go naked, that you have to be the devil.
It's the devil. The Lord does not bring shame to his own. The Lord would never ask me to bring shame to myself. In fact, before he started speaking in tongues and casting and binding, and God just doing, and it just makes you, as in when you ruminate on topics like that, it makes you realize that maybe you are not yet as strong in the faith as you think you are, because and then looking at it from also the point of view of the, let's say in this case, congregation. Do you understand?
What would they say? Especially like in Nigeria, Africa at large, where a group of people that are really, really concerned about what other people say. How would they view me?
Yeah.
What would they say?
Would they not bundle me to
yes, my reputation is going to be in shreds.
Yep.
And sometimes God actually takes our pain. He takes our shame and uses it. So if you are going through something, maybe like a divorce, or maybe you've lost a child, or maybe something really painful, or something that you are deeply ashamed of, and he says, okay, now I want you to talk about it. I want you to tell everybody, get a podcast, start talking about like your mistakes that you've made, so people can learn. Or maybe you have an addiction, or you had an addiction that nobody even knows about.
Exactly.
You get, and it's like, okay, yes, you're a porn addict, but now I've saved you. I want you to use that addiction to speak to other people. Will you do it? Or maybe you're a drug addict,
or something.
I want you to use that addiction to touch people's lives, or or maybe you were the domestic abuser. Maybe you were the one that used to beat people. And he says, I want you to speak about it and say, oh, I used to do this in the past, but now I no longer do it. Will you do it?
Because thinking about it, it's true. Most of the people we see speaking are victims, survivors. What if you were the aggressor?
Yes.
And God asks you, okay, now you are spiritual. People are looking up to you, Papa, Mama, yeah. And then God says, okay, it's time to let them know that you used to beat your wife. Or you raped somebody.
I think that's going to be one of the...
It's going to be quite hard.
Can some people say, can God ask you to do that? Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, he can. Yes, he
absolutely.
Can. What will be your answer? Honestly, as I'm asking this question, I'm asking myself.
I don't know.
That can I? Because I was just talking to Ronke now about some promptings I think I've gotten that I've not responded to. And in the light of all these questions I'm asking, they are in no way, shape, or form
shameful.
Yeah. And I struggle.
Because they just didn't make sense
at the time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's actually making me think. Like, am I as obedient as
I think I am? Yeah. thinking about it, I don't think I'm as obedient. I like to think, oh, I'm obedient. I don't think I'm as
Me, I even know it's a
obedient.
struggle for me. I know it's a struggle for me because if you are a logical person,
Mm,
a lot of times God doesn't make sense,
mm,
and a lot of times He won't explain. He
yes.
won't, because He doesn't need to explain to you.
Himself. Yep.
And I struggle with that so much. If God says, "Okay, shall you go there?" I'm like, "Okay, so where are we going?
And why am I going?
What am I going to do there? What do
Mm-hmm.
I need to go there?" Let's be prepared.
You get.
So you can see how much
Mm,
of a struggle
yep.
it is for me. But I'm learning on this journey that
Mm-hmm.
you just obey, just like Abraham.
Blindly obey.
That God just say, "Yeah, get out of your father's house to a land that I will show
You get,
you.
like, I've not even
I
shown
will
you.
show you."
Just carry back, just be going.
Don't be going.
Just be going. You don't know whether it's beach, you don't know whether it's mountain top, you don't know. Just be going.
And the scary part of this whole thing is that the way you show God that you love Him is not by what you profess.
Nice.
He says, "If you love me,
Mm.
you will keep my commandments."
Yeah.
So, do you really love Him if you are not obeying Him? Hey, as in when I think about that,
Even myself, I'm
my heart just
yes.
God, you know I love you.
Yeah, but
obey.
small do this now. Yeah, they're asking me why. No, I don't think so. It's not. It doesn't really make sense to do that, and you just bounce.
Hey, God.
Because sometimes it's the littlest prompting, very little,
Yes.
very little. Because I feel like before God starts giving you the big assignment, He will test you with little. Let me see if I tell her to wear blue on pink, if she will bear like as a. I don't think that makes sense. Like little things,
Yes.
like give this person money, do this, or even sometimes it can be walk up to this person and talk to them, and you're like, well, we're not close like that though.
Yes.
As I can be telling them that, oh, what's wrong with your mother? Why before they start saying this one is
Yes.
nosy, there's just so many little things.
I can remember one
and
time.
all of that.
I can remember one time I was at the nail salon and I was doing a pedicure, and I think I was listening to a message or something like that, and I just heard, "Ask her about her family," and I was like, "From where to where? How?" And I kept debating.
That's the pedicurist.
Yes, debating. I'm like, I've never started a conversation. I don't know, and I'm introverted, right? A little bit anxious around like large crowds of people that I'm not familiar with. So it was as in from that moment that I got the prompt till I left, I kept struggling with it, and I'm ashamed to say that I did not obey. I did not obey. It was when I got home and I think I asked Ronke that, and I asked one of my pastor friends that how would I have approached this conversation? Would I have just gone directly to ask her, so how is your family? Like, I think what I got was somebody was ill or something to just ask about me. Was it a mom or a dad? I can't remember. And I did not obey. Until today, as you can see, it has not left my mind because it's, I don't know. God has forgiven me. I know I'm forgiven. It's just an example of like one way I feel like I disobeyed. And I know I can do better. And I know in this journey, we'll fall.
Yes, I will rise
but
again.
we rise again. So what my pastor Ronke told me was, you just start the conversation. Oh, how are you doing today? How of your family? Does your mom stay with you? So I mean, I don't have to start the conversation. It was so hard for me. My mother was like, "Will I just tell her? So how is your mother?" I wish we had looked at it.
Sorry.
Where? So,
but
yeah.
And the funniest thing is, I feel like sometimes when God sends us to people, He has even prepped the person. And the person too is just a dam waiting to explode. The person is probably looking for, this thing I'm going to, I don't have anybody to talk to.
Yes.
I don't have, so sometimes just obey. I remember recently, I was having like financial trouble, and then I greeted somebody and the person tells me, oh, I'm having financial trouble. And the Holy Spirit told me, oh, pick a time, call them, pray for them, for their finances. And I'm like, you they whine me? You they whine me? Because I'm here telling you that intervene in my finances. You are telling me, pray. And as she said, they talk twice. Like, I've given you the instruction and everything. And to be honest, I mean, I did it, But I felt a bit like an imposter
Yes.
throughout that prayer session, like, because surprisingly, maybe I made the person like, oh, do you mind? Oh yes, please. Person even fixed time, and I did it. But throughout, I'm wondering, well, minister of the gospel. Do you know, I felt like an imposter, but I don't know, man. And it just, as I said, God gives us very weird instructions sometimes.
Yes.
Very weird. And even sometimes I realize that you don't realize you've been given an instruction that you disobeyed until something happens later.
Yes.
That has happened to me a number of times. Like, oh, I was supposed to. Oh, I remember there was a time this one is even, in fact, the disobedience, they should tell me to kneel and raise up my hand and close my eyes. Because this was actually, I had a prayer session with a pastor, and he particularly told me that if anybody comes to you to beg, give them. Particularly to this one instruction. I said, okay. Maybe 2 days later, I was at Penn, I can never forget. It was Penn Cinema. I went to look for something, and this little boy walks up to me and he's like, ma, please, we get him from here. As in, I walked forward and I remembered. And I turned back. I did not see the boy. I did not, like, when I called the pastor to tell him, I could tell that the man literally wanted to put his hand through the phone. I don't give me a dirty slap, like, because he couldn't even understand it. Like, I don't understand. I don't even, like, I just told you. I said, we got said another beggar. He just said, beggar, come and tell me on the house of the phone. You know, I went to God beg for forgiveness and all of that. So sometimes, see, even when you've thought, oh, I now obeyed the Lord, I'm like, it's a continuous, it's a process. It's a continuous process.
I can remember
it's a continuous process.
There was a story a guy said on TikTok. I was watching one of those videos, and the guy said that he was just driving on the freeway. This was in the US, and a car was parked like on the shoulder, you know. So God had told him that he should stop, you know, and just speak to the woman inside the car. It was like on the freeway. Like how will I just park on express? You know, he said the pastor now just stopped by the shoulder and started reversing, because in his mind he was like, let me just reverse. Maybe she needs help
or something.
She moved back, only for him to get to the window and she had a gun. She was about to kill herself.
Wow.
She had a gun. So I think he had to talk her down.
And all
blah,
of
blah,
that.
blah. I can't remember the exact story, so I'm not giving information. But just see the sensitivity.
Now imagine if that guy got home and saw it on the news, and maybe sees the video, and he sees the car, and he knows that, oh my God, how will he forgive himself?
Oh my God, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really difficult.
So my brothers and sisters, the lesson learned is Edakon. How do they beg in Igbo? I don't know. I only know Yoruba. Biko. When God drops something in your mind, it's not always easy, but let's try to obey, because it doesn't just affect us. It also affects the person you are being sent to. You may be the last chance or the last hope that person has. Like that person they may never have found somebody else to talk to them. So, to ourselves, let's try to be obeying.
So, all right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. See you on our next episode.
Bye.